So what if I told you there's a hidden map, a secret code to unlocking a whole new level of awareness? And guess what? It's been inside you this entire time. We're about to go on a journey, not to some faraway land, but deep inside our own bodies to uncover some pretty profound secrets. And it all starts with one simple question.
Do you ever feel like you're just on autopilot? You know, making those knee-jerk reactions, just kind of moving through your day without really thinking? Well, the movie The Matrix wasn't just some cool sci-fi flick. It was actually a powerful metaphor for this exact feeling, for being trapped in a program we don't even realize is running our lives. So, what's running the show, really? Well, you can think of our brains as having two key parts. On one hand, you've got the reptilian brain. This is the oldest, most ancient part, and it's all about primal survival instincts. Aggression, dominance, that classic fight-or-flight response. It's basically our internal autopilot. But then, on the other hand, there's the neocortex. This is the new kid on the block, the more evolved part that handles all the cool stuff like critical thinking, creativity, and abstract thought. It's what really makes us human.
And get this, even pop culture gives us a massive clue here. The name Neo literally means new. His whole journey in the movie is a perfect symbol for our own potential, to break free from the old programming of the reptilian brain and fire up the higher functions of the new one, the neocortex. It's all about waking up from the simulation.
Okay, so how do we actually wake up? How do we even start this journey? Well, the guide, the map itself, is literally encoded right into our own anatomy, and it all begins with the spine.
Think about it. Ancient spiritual texts might have been giving us hints for centuries. Take the Garden of Eden. In a lot of esoteric interpretations, the garden isn't some place you can find on a map. It's a metaphor for the human body. And that legendary tree of knowledge of good and evil? Yeah, that's believed to be a symbol for your very own spine.
And what's always hanging around the base of that tree? A serpent. Now, this isn't a literal snake, of course. It's a representation of this incredibly powerful, dormant energy called Kundalini. It's usually shown as a coiled serpent, just waiting at the base of the spine. Awakening this energy is said to be the key to unlocking huge spiritual growth and finally moving beyond our basic animal instincts.
And this whole system has a kind of duality to it. Running right alongside the spine are two main energy channels. They're called the Ida and the Pingala. The Ida is associated with the moon. It represents that feminine, calm, intuitive energy. Meanwhile, the Pingala is linked to the sun, representing the masculine, dynamic, and rational side of things. The whole point of the spiritual journey, really, is to bring these two opposing forces into perfect balance.
But this internal map has another layer, a kind of numerical code that seems to be embedded in, well, pretty much everything, from ancient traditions all the way to our modern world. And that number is 7.
Just look at it. 7. Why does this one number keep showing up everywhere with such huge significance? It really seems to be a key that unlocks a much deeper pattern, both in the universe and, more importantly, within ourselves.
And this isn't just a coincidence. I mean, the pattern shows up across so many different cultures and disciplines. In ancient Indian philosophy, you have the 7 primary chakras. Alchemists talked about 7 sacred metals that corresponded to the 7 visible planets. We even structure our entire lives around 7 days of the week, which, by the way, were named after those same celestial bodies. It's like a universal blueprint.
And this code isn't just some dusty ancient history. Think about it. Pop icon Michael Jackson often wore jackets with the number 7 all over them. In the video game Sonic the Hedgehog has to collect 7 Chaos Emeralds, a pretty clear symbol for the 7 chakras, to transform into his ultimate super form. See, the pattern just keeps going.
So we have this pattern, this code of 7 showing up everywhere, and it seems to describe a process of transformation through 7 distinct stages, which of course begs the question, what's the destination of this journey? This leads us to completely re-examine concepts like heaven and hell, not as places you go to after you die, but as internal states of consciousness that we can achieve right here, right now.
You've probably heard this number before, right? It's from the book of Revelation, and it's often thought to refer to this very select group of people who are going to get to ascend to heaven. But what if it's not a head count? Some of these esoteric interpretations suggest that 144,000 isn't a number of people at all, but a vibrational frequency. It's a state of being you have to achieve, a level of awareness that lets you shift from those base instincts all the way up to a higher consciousness, basically ascending from the very root chakra to the crown.
You can almost see the journey as a spiritual ladder inside your own body. The heel represents hell,
our grounded physical reality and our base survival instincts. The head, on the other hand, represents heaven, enlightenment, and a connection to something divine. The path from your heel to your head is the actual journey of ascension through those 7 chakras.
And this brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, the ultimate destination of this internal quest, a destination that's often been symbolized by one of history's greatest legends, the Holy Grail.
For literally centuries, people have searched high and low for this sacred object. But what if they've all been looking in the wrong place? What if the Grail isn't an object at all?
Okay, here it is. This is the crucial revelation from these traditions. The Holy Grail isn't some cup you can find. It's a part of your own anatomy. It is the neck and head region, the sacred vessel that holds all the tools for your spiritual awakening. You've been carrying it with you this whole time.
Now, inside this anatomical grail are 2 master glands, the pineal and the pituitary. And notice the parallels here. The pineal gland embodies that electric, masculine sun energy, the pingala we talked about. And the pituitary gland, it mirrors that magnetic, feminine moon energy of the Ida. Balancing these 2 is the entire key.
And according to this school of thought, the clues are hidden in plain sight, even in Scripture. The biblical promise of a land abundant with milk and honey is seen as a direct metaphor for the secretions of these 2 glands, the milk of the pineal and the honey of the pituitary. When they're activated and harmonized, they are said to be what leads to true enlightenment.
So there you have it. The code is 7, the map is your spine, and the destination, the Holy Grail, is inside your own head. All the ancient secrets, all the paths to a higher consciousness, they're already within you. The only question left is, are you ready to begin the journey?